Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. After the US confirmed that they have troops in Ukraine and they use special troops, and they used euphemisms to, call them this and that, and just take care of the diplomats and just tell us how the wind blows and if the stars are still in the sky and so on. Latvia comes up and say, hey, yes, that's true, we have troops over there, but hey, they're not involved in any military operation. They're over there just to, play, at the weddings and all that. Okay, now, I'm not going to teach you how to lie, but these guys really, I think, don't do a good job, at least to my standards of lying. And that is like this. When someone lies, or at least you are forced to lie about an issue, the best way to do it is don't say anything. That's the first one. Don't say anything if you can, right? The second one, you can divert the conversation if you can and turn it somehow to something else, all right? So basically not answering the question by answering it. But if that doesn't work, try something else then. Then just deny it, but leave a door open. So you say yes, 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 or no, 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 yes, 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 no, 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 but leave a little door somewhere. Why? In case you're caught later, say, yeah, remember I said if, so use might, could, have, this kind of things, and then you come back as a weasel. Right? Now, the worst thing to do is to come and get more information. So the worst case scenario is talk too much or at all. Why? Because when you talk, you give openings and the other side will have openings to pick up and follow leads. So the best way, keep your mouth shut. Well, these guys are talking and they say, no, 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 no. And they give details. The worst possible scenario, say no, or they say, yes, they are over there, but they're not involved in fighting. We will find out that they were. I'm 99.9% certain. See how I left a little door? Because I can say 100% in this case. I usually don't say it because rarely you are 100% certain. I mean, I'm certain these are glasses, okay? I'm not 99%, 100% certain. But in these cases, leave a little door over there because you never know, but I'm 99.9% certain they are actively on the front. Yeah, some of them are taking care of the embassy. That's the, saying, yes, they are, but they're not fighting. Well, we're going to find out they are. So let's see what these weasels are saying in this little article coming from Ukrainska Pravda 23. What, Michael Jordan? All right. US and Latvia confirm presence of their military in Ukraine. They are not involved in war. Okay. This is from the 12th April 2023. They're not involved in war. We're going to find out in about a few months or a year or two. Representatives of the United States and Latvia confirmed on Wednesday that their troops are in Ukraine and stressed that they are not taking part in the combat actions. They could be behind the Ukrainian military troops. They could be the organizers. They could be the backers, when those guys are getting slammed, they retreat. So these guys are covering for defense. They're not actively involved over there. They're in case. And I'm assuming these operations happen when they go in, they pushed back, and these guys cover so these guys can go back or, regroup and reassess the situation. They're not actively going over there, but they are ready over there. Or, going with a few groups, and they're the ones that direct or instruct basic leaders of platoons, commanders, however you want to call them. And you say, well, we're not actively. Well, you are. Well, I'm not. The same right now. The US is not involved in the war in Ukraine. Really? We're not. We're not. You do everything but have a guy with an automatic weapon or an American flying a fighter jet, a military pilot, I'm talking, a fighter jet into Ukraine and fighting. That's the last drop. Now, if only that means that is fighting, that yes, you're not fighting, I guess. It's like you have a rapist, and the rapist goes and does all this and all that, but the fact that it doesn't, let's say, ejaculates, There's no rape right there. There's no rape. Or even though, let's say, it's a assault, sexual assault, that's not a sexual assault. I didn't ejaculate, or not even penetrate, or something like that. Even though penetration right now is just, and I'm not going to go into that. Anyway, here we have it. What do you consider that? I mean, is it or not? No, it's not, because I didn't go. Yeah, all right, however you want it. That's again semantics, euphemisms, and blah, blah, blah. You impose on those guys, I mean, you want to destroy those guys through your financial system, military, intelligence, political, even in sports, in everything. Tell me what was not touched. Religion was touched, the mass media was touched, sports were touched, but financial system, militarily were attacked through these guys. The intelligence was provided, weapons are provided. I mean, you tell me, because one thing is missing out of all these things, you tell me we're not involved? I mean, how dumb can you be? I mean, really. Anyway, and some people buy that. Details. In an interview with Fox News on Wednesday, John Kirby, a little weasel, coordinator for strategic communications of the National Security Council in the White House, said that there is a small, I'm quoting, small military presence. Again, I say small based on, or according to, or in, how should I put it, relative to what? A small number of Chinese in China could be a few, I don't know, millions. But a small number of people in, let's say, Latvia could be 3 or 4. So according to what? Relative to what? Small military presence, like 100,000 people? I mean, if you use it, if you say that the US has a population about what, 330 million, let's say, a small military presence would be about 100,000 people. I know they have 5. I don't think so. That would be a minuscule. Maybe they will give you the number 3, 7, 20 at the embassy in Ukraine. That's all. They're just small military presence in Ukraine. Okay, well, that's good. That's fine with me. That's not involvement. But I don't think that's what actually it is. I think it's much, much more than that. And I'm quoting, there's a small US military presence at the embassy in conjunction with the defense attaché's office to help us work on accountability of the material that is going in and out of Ukraine, he says. So he says that they are just inspectors who make sure that, they are helping, making sure that the Ukrainians are not selling the weapons they receive to others, and the money is, that's all what it is. Believe Kirby. Kirby stressed that those troops are not fighting on the battlefield. And I'm quoting, there has been no change to the president's mandate that there will not be American troops in Ukraine fighting in a war. Well, this mandate means 0 to me, because I know, and you know, that a lot of mandates were put forth by certain people, and now we have tanks sent to Ukraine, and we have airplanes going to be sent over there. Remember, those things were a no-no in the first few months. Why? Because of the, as I used to say, mountain slope, little by little. They give you this, and then you end up being penetrated. Say, how did I get to this one? Well, because first I waved at you, I smiled at you, then I approached you, then I say how beautiful you are, and then I said, hey, what's this made of? And then, hey, you look good, and and all that. And then ended up raping. So that's how it went, right there. I don't instruct anybody doing that, but anyway, you know what I mean. That was an example how these things, or at least an analogy how these things work. And at the end you get raped by these guys. How did we get there? I told you, from the wave and a smile. Hello, creepy smile. All right, let's go back here. The Latvian defense minister, for its part, reported that it had sent soldiers to Ukraine to perform certain support functions, including guarding the Latvian embassy in Ukraine and cargo. What do you mean that? Cargo. Military cargo, you're a target right there. You're not supposed to be there. But they were not involved in combat operations. What do you mean? You guard military cargo? Because, see, cargo. They don't give the information. I would like to know, because it's very important. First, you should not be there to guard any cargo. Nothing. You have nothing to do. Cargo at the Latvian embassy, yes. According to Delphi, the agency emphasized that it did not comment on the information about the leaked US documents as a matter of principle, since, and I'm quoting, it is obvious, no it's not, that the purpose of this action is to discredit the armed forces of Ukraine and their planned counteroffensive. Yeah? How about telling the truth? Is that what it is? No, it's just the purpose is to discredit. No, I want to know what happened. If you are war criminals, I would like to know. I don't want to say, hey, it was just discredit. Like Putin, is he a war criminal? And Putin will say, hey, all this campaign is just to discredit my fantastic record. No, let's find out. And with all of them, not Putin. I'm talking about each and every person. Nobody's above the law. Remember that one? Earlier, the media reported that one of the Pentagon documents that was leaked to the media allegedly stated that 50 British special forces, as well as 17 Latvian, 15 French, 14 American, and 1 Dutch soldiers were in Ukraine in February and March. Now we are in April. I multiply that by 10. I'm just joking. There is no information in the documents about where those people were. Well, they told you they're at the embassy. That's where they are, and they're just taking notes. And so where those people were and what tasks they were performing. Later, the British Defense Ministry warned of a serious level of inaccuracy in the leaked, allegedly classified US documents. Well, it seems like those leaked already say that these guys come in. What's the title? Confirm. So the leaks are confirmed by these guys officially. So they're kind of like, what was the word they use here? Serious level of inaccuracy. Yeah, okay. Allegedly classified US. Well, if there would not be classified, these guys would not come and tell us this after they got leaked. They would have told us before, but hey, they didn't. Now they're with pants down and they're ding-lingy, doing what it does best, which is nothing in their case. You have a little problem. They have to say and cover up and do damage control as bad as they do it, which I think they get deeper in shit. But the problem is the population will not catch up with that. They'll say, oh, yeah, they're just defending people over there, man. They're just guarding. Yeah. Our diplomats from the evil Russians, yeah, shut up. All right. If you noticed, a lot of people nowadays speak at the end. They just increase the voice. You joke with him. I saw that again. Shut up. And then they talk like, do you hear that kind of talk? Yes, and I think that U.S. and Latvia confirms presence. Shut up. Speak loudly. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. There. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.